Good morning, YouTube. We are going to show some of the things that are happening on the farm today. I've already been outside once today to get the maple syrup going and to feed Fen bottle calf, but I got to move him out to the pasture. Also have a little surprise in the trailer for later, so we'll show that. I'm gonna come in here and collect some eggs. It is dark because I need to do some electrical work to get our lights working again. Good morning. Looks like I'm pretty early to the egg party this morning. Got a couple sitting here. Let's see if I can reach in without getting pecked. Nothing there. Ow, 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 ow. There's a couple eggs under there. She's borderline broody. I know. Ooh. These are fun. These are always kind of freak me out. These are... Oh no, calm down, calm down. Go out here in the light, I'll show you this one. This is a egg that does not have a shell. So it's very squishy. Kind of hard to show that. But they are shellless eggs. Just super squishy. Happens every once in a while. Every single time takes me by surprise. Reaching my hand in there to grab the egg and it has no shell. Just not what you'd expect. But always cool to see. Kids love to see it. From in here. That one feels fresh, nice and warm. All right. Fairly light on the egg morning this morning. We've got 4 eggs and the squishy one. They're fed this morning. I came out to feed them. Usually every morning I come out and I get the boys on the bus, feed the chickens, feed the pigs, and check on the cats. So these are our barn cats. We still have them set up here. Looks like Taco was out playing with the water. Made a big mess out of that last night. And this is Monty. They're still in their kennels. They've been here probably close to 3 weeks now. But they are still in their kennels. They're still a little nervous of us, but they're getting used to our other barn cat. And they're seeing us interact with our other barn cat. I feel like we could let them out and see if they stick around. Always tricky with barn cats like this because they might just wander away. Morning, Fen. You want to say good morning? Good morning, Mama. This is Babette. She's our mama pig. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. She's got a lot to say this morning. These are her piglets. There's 11 of them. They are snoozing this morning. Hi. Yeah, I can't eat my phone. Yeah. She's a good mama. She's a good pig. Very calm, docile. She's like a big ol' dog. She's good with the kids. Good with her babies every time. She got food this morning. She's got water. So we'll let them hang out here for a little bit. Fen, are you coming? Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? See if I can get a halter on him. We got Fen here. Little halter action. Always helps. does like to pull on it, but he's a bull calf. He's learning. The good news with him is that he goes out in the pasture every day. We feed him a bottle in here, and then we let him out in the pasture. And Hazel is out in the pasture with her fresh baby, Basil, and Fen is actually able to nurse off of her. So he gets milk from her throughout the day, and then we bring him back in the barn at night to give Basil a chance to get some milk and for Hazel to recover from this guy eating so much every day. So that's been working pretty well. Hazel's not like super thrilled about it, but she doesn't allow it. So we'll see how it goes. We're running low on firewood here. We got a couple bigger pieces stacked up over there, kind of frozen in the ice. I'm gonna have to start chipping that out. As we keep boiling down sap here, seems like it's going to be a really good season. But I'm just gonna carry some of this over and we'll get the fire stoked, check on all that, make sure we're doing good over there. All right, so we finally got stuff steaming here. This has been on the boiler for a little over an hour. I put it in here and there's some ice chunks still floating in it, so it's taking a while to get up to temperature. But things are working pretty good right now. So I'm gonna get this fire built back up and then we'll just let this keep going. We want this to be a nice fast boil today. Got it started nice and early. But the thunderstorms that were supposed to be here tonight look like they might get here today. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Might get rained on a little bit, but that's all right. All right, two things with this. Number one, I should probably wear gloves. I forget them every single time. But not only is it a mess, but these bricks are very hot. And one thing about this smoker is if you're gonna build one like this, just know that where the firebox is, you're gonna have to replace some bricks from time to time. This is our third year on this. We have not replaced bricks yet. I've kind of moved them around as they get hot and crack. But these top plates up here, a couple of those have broken in half. And then this brick down here, the inside part of it has cracked and come off. And that's just part of the deal. Unless you want to build it with fire brick on the inside and line it and fill it all with sand and all that good stuff, you're going to get some cracking from time to time. It's just a price that we're willing to pay for this to be able to keep it movable, so I can dismantle the front here and add wood underneath it when I have got the maple syrup pan on top. Typically we take the metal top off and we'll put the wood in there and we don't have to dismantle. But when I got that full of sap, I don't want to move it. So it's nice to be able to do that. And the price to pay is that every few years I got to buy a couple bricks. So this summer I'll probably get some more bricks and fill that up or fix that, make it better. We got the farm stand out this morning. We've got a cooler full of eggs. We've got a board in here that has all of our pricing, everything else that we have available from beef, pork, chicken, a phone number you can call, and Christine's new farm stand signs that she designed herself and ordered on Vistaprint, including this awesome stand, which makes things so easy. She like designed this header, which looks so cool. Nice pop of color to grab your attention. And then down here, she drew this whole thing by hand. This is our logo. Christine drew all that. She's awesome. Anything she puts her mind to, she does it and just blows it out of the water. And I love it. She's amazing. So there are new signs. Oh, they also flip. So on the back sides of these, she designed an event today sign. So when we have our seed swap, or any other event that we have here at the farm, we can just flip those signs. We also have some we'll put down by the main highway once the ground thaws out. A couple times I've been like, I'm gonna grab those signs and put them down there by the highway, and then realize the ground is frozen. I can't put the stakes in the ground, so we will wait. But it's good news for you, viewers. You know that our farm stands out here. You can come get your eggs, order meat, anything you want to do, just let us know.
All right, we are doing super simple breakfast this morning because all of my kids are home today. We have 2 that go to public school and they don't have school today. And then we have 1 that does live classes on a virtual school, and he has no live classes today, just homework. And then our toddler is always home with us. And so we've got all 4 home with us on a weekday. We're gonna do our easiest weekday breakfast, which is a sheet pan pancake. And I've got some strawberries to put in here. We're gonna get this all mixed up and in the oven. Okay, so I always try to pair some protein with breakfast. Hey, Ezzy. Kids are very anxious to eat their pancakes. Today we're doing hard-boiled eggs, and the kids will eat these. Some of them don't like the yolks, and they'll just remove that part and just eat the whites. That's fine by me, just to get a little extra protein. Otherwise, they'll eat pancakes for days. So much sugar consumed. I will post my pancake recipe. It's super simple, and we use organic ingredients for it, so I don't feel terrible feeding it to the kids. I'll put it up on the screen here if you want to screenshot it. But I'll also put it down in the description too. Just a super simple pancake recipe, and it works for waffles too, so we use the same recipe for everything. Whether we're flipping pancakes all morning, doing the sheet pan like this, or making the waffles. Same recipe. Ryan handles a lot of the morning chores. He gets the kids on the bus and he packs their lunches, which is awesome for me because I'm a night owl. I stay up way too late, and then he gets up early and does some of the early stuff. You've seen him get started this morning, and now it's my turn to do the inside stuff. We got breakfast going. I need to check my incubators. I've got 2 incubators going right now. 1 should hatch. Tomorrow is hatch day, so we should start seeing some action on that today. I need to just check the humidity on those and make sure everything is good. And then we've got 12 baby chicks in the house we gotta take care of, and 2 bunnies we gotta take care of. So we're gonna get those chores done, and then we'll come back and grab some breakfast. I also have all of my seed starts going in here. Pretty much all of this needs to be watered. Get the grow lights on them, and then the chickens are in here as well, so we can peek in on them and get them all taken care of. Starting to get to that stage where they hop on top of everything. So we'll get them refreshed on feed and water. We'll get some of this wet bedding out of there from their water, kind of making a mess. Now you might be thinking to yourself, if I've got 2 incubators of chicks, where am I going to put them? Because this brooder is obviously full, and the answer is, I have no idea. It's something I'm going to have to plan for today. This brooder is not big enough to put more chicks in here, otherwise I would just put them together because the age difference isn't huge. These guys aren't super big. They have had some pasty butt issues, just 2 of them, so I'm keeping a close eye on them. But otherwise they're doing really well in here. We do have a brooder box in our chicken coop, if you've seen that before. So under the roosts we have an enclosed space with doors on it where we can put young chicks so they can integrate into the flock. But they're gonna have to be quite a bit bigger than this because it is still cold out. So these guys are gonna be inside for a while yet. Yeah, feed for them? Thank you. We gotta find their big feeder later today. They're starting to eat quite a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Happy chickens. One just jumped up on here and tried to jump out, so we gotta put the lid on.
I can do that.
Thanks, bud.
are like freaking out.
All right, takes about 25 minutes. This one's pretty thick, so it really depends on how much batter you use. Okay, before we head outside, I want to show you one of the projects I'm working on, and that is repackaging seeds for our seed swap. Our seed swap is in a week. If you are local, we would love to see you. It's going to be on April 5th from 2 until 4. I want to address a few of our frequently asked questions. I did put out a flyer on this, but I just want to address some of the questions. First of all, do you need to bring seeds? No, you do not. We have a lot of all of our favorites packaged up. So what I'm doing, I bought a lot of these in bulk of things that I have found to grow really well around here, heirloom varieties that we love to grow. And then I have broken up the bulk packages into these smaller packages. So as you can see for the seed swap, you do not need to bring a whole pack of seeds. Somebody can grow a really awesome crop of pumpkins with just one packet of these seeds. Our goal is to take those big packets that you get, where sometimes you can't use them all in one year, and share them with others. It's not necessary to have a full packet to share. So if you don't have any seeds to share, there will be some for you to get. We will give priority of going through the line and choosing seeds to those that brought seeds to add. But if you are coming and you do not have seeds to share, there still will be seeds for you to take home. As far as what kind of seeds we're going to have, we have a lot of veggies, herbs, and there's going to be flowers as well. We're really excited to help gardeners connect and share what they have. This is something that a lot of people have shown interest in. We have over 200 people interested in coming. If you are for sure coming, if you could go to our Facebook page and under events, RSVP that you are indeed coming, that will help us prepare for how many people will be here. Our biggest concern right now is parking. So if you are coming with a friend, that would be great. If you can carpool, we'll hopefully be able to accommodate everybody. But remember, we're just a small farm and there are so far a lot of people interested. So we'll see how that all turns out. But bring some seeds if you got them. I've got all of my favorites packaged up, and then I've got a packet for everything that I have planted so far this year and a lot of the things that I planted last year. So tons of pepper varieties, tomatoes, herbs, lettuces, all the things. So we're gonna have so many seeds to share. And I appreciate every single one of you that has considered bringing your own seeds to share. I think it's gonna be a really cool, fun event. So right now, for the date of the seed exchange, they're predicting about 50 degrees and partially sunny, which should make for a really nice, warm high tunnel, which is where we're hosting it. I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully the weather holds out and stays as good as they're predicting it. We're gonna go into the high tunnel now. I've got a couple of the kids with me. We're gonna go into the high tunnel. We're going to fix some garden beds. I've got some seeds to get in the ground. These are cool weather things that I'm gonna try to start in the high tunnel. Things that I normally start indoors that I'm gonna try to start in some garden beds in the high tunnel. And then we're gonna go collect sap out of the woods. We've got our sap boiling pretty good here. We've gotten a little over 40 gallons into the trays this morning, and it was running really, really good yesterday when we were out there. So I think we're gonna have quite a bit more to deal with. We likely will not finish all of this today. We'll have to finish it inside tomorrow, but we're gonna get as much of it done as possible. We got some nasty weather coming in tonight, and so we wanna get this done. Ryan was up super early getting it started, and it's just cooking along. In the high tunnel, we have our pond liners down to knock back the grass. We've had a real problem with grass coming up in here, so we're leaving this down, and it makes a nice surface for our seed swap. So we're gonna have tables on both sides here. We're gonna have kids' activities on one side, seeds on the other side, and all across the back we're gonna have animals for the kids to see. So we got bunnies, chicks, piglets, I'm hoping to bring one of our calves out here too, so have them all set up in here. It's going to be a blast. I had some garden beds in the corner here where the kids had gardens last year. I am going to make new, very rectangular gardens. I'm still going to line them with stone, but we're just going to make them a little bit smaller so that we can hopefully fit one full-size row in here, more than what we had last year. So right now I'm working on these little corners. We're going to make a little box over here using just some field stones that we have found. I'm going to plant kale on one side. We're going to do some lettuces on the other side. It is extremely dry in here. It has not had any moisture through the entire winter, and it is very, very dry. So in order for this to work, I'm going to have to come out here and water often and keep it moist for those seeds. So this might be a fail. I will let you know. We're going to give this a try. I have not done seed starting other than green beans in the high tunnel. So we're going to go ahead and get these 2 areas on either side of the door started and see if we get anything. Also working on getting some of our lawn furniture in here. We're going to set up some seating areas for the seed swap. Now in this I'm just doing a mix, so I have 4 types of kales, and then I have 4 types of lettuce and some spinach. And I'm just going to take a handful of each and sprinkle it in here. I'm not going to be real particular about labeling anything or where anything is. We'll thin it out if we get a bunch. We're really just going for a mix of greens in here. First, I'm going to start with the spinach because this is the stuff that needs to be about 1/2 inch under. So I'm going to sprinkle some spinach and then we'll mix this up. A lot of the lettuces can basically be surface sown. Is this chaos gardening? Because I feel like it's chaos gardening. Kind of get to that point sometimes though where it's better just to get the seeds in the ground than to take too much time worrying about it. So none of the lettuce packets had very much in them. I do have some for the seed swap, but I did purchase in bulk a lettuce mix from Seed Savers that has a lot of these different kinds. This is my favorite romaine type lettuce, the Paris Island. I love this Merlot lettuce just for something different. This is a kind of new one to me. We tried a little bit last year, but not too much. And this is another romaine that's kind of newer to me. And then just standard spinach. So that's going to go in this bed. Like I said, we're going to water it really, really well now. We'll move on to the other side and do the kale. And then I'm going to come through and decorate with all of our fairy garden things. I'd like to expand on that a little bit this year. I don't have a ton, and a lot of it's gotten broken by the kids and just wear and tear in the weather. But we're going to try to get this all prettied up. That always brings a little smile to my face to come in, and that's the first thing you see on either side. Over here I've got Japanese flowering kale. This one we don't eat. It's more decorative. The kids will eat it, but it really grows a beautiful head of kale. It is a great one to have in the garden. We got our blue kale. Lost him in a pocket here. We got this dazzling kale, and then we have the scarlet kale. Scarlet kale is my favorite because you can see the little cabbage worms. So in here we shouldn't have such an issue with cabbage worms because it's covered and we don't get a lot of bugs and moths in here. The downside of growing in here is that our season for cool weather vegetables is going to be very short. It's going to get very warm in here, and these are going to bolt at some point. So if we want to have some of these throughout the summer, we're going to have to plant some outside as well. And And everything but the spinach is empty, so that finishes off a lot of my half-used seed packets. Go ahead and get these on the purchase list for next year. So if these don't fill in with the kale and lettuce like I'm hoping, we'll eventually just plant some zinnias up here. They do really good right in the high tunnel. And so we'll just plant a bunch of flowers if it comes down to it. But I'm hoping this fills in. Everything is so brown and boring right now. The only pop of color is the cute little fairy houses and my green stalks. And I am ready for some greens and purples and reds and brightening this place up. Now, in addition to it being extremely dry, we have to consider that the soil in this high tunnel is depleted of nutrients. It is going to have to be supplemented with compost or fertilizers or both, because we did grow a huge amount of biomass in here last year, and that took a lot of the nutrients in this soil. We don't have animals on this soil. I eventually would like to get some chickens in here over winter time or in the fall to kind of work through things. But that did not happen for us last year, and so we're going to have to add something to the soil to get it to grow. My favorite is an organic granular fertilizer that has blood meal, bone meal, or both, and so I'll be purchasing some of that and putting it into these garden beds, and eventually we'll get some compost into the main part of this where we're going to grow our tomatoes and peppers. That's pretty much it for the greenhouse today. I'm trying to get a little bit done every day. Either out here or planting a tray or uppotting a tray in the house and just kind of slowly chipping away at the garden. Now that I'm finished up in here, I'm going to head inside with the kids. We're going to grab some lunch, and then I've got a really good surprise for them. And then we're going to head out. We're going to go grab some more sap to boil down out here. We had about 40 gallons this morning that is already on the fire. But with how well it has been flowing, I think we're going to have quite a bit more in the woods from yesterday afternoon. So we're going to go grab that and try to do this all in one big batch. We've got storms coming in around 9 o'clock tonight, so we'll have to pull everything off around that time, and hopefully we'll be able to finish it in the house. Otherwise, we'll have to store it until tomorrow and try to finish it tomorrow. But not great weather tomorrow either, so ideally we'll get this done tonight. So we're going to go out to the woods and gather up the rest of the sap.
All right, I'm out here today. It's about 11 o'clock. I'm in between meetings for work. I'm just gonna collect some more eggs. I've got a good enough pocket full of eggs here. Close the door. Got a chatty hen in there. I think we got like 12 eggs in my pocket because I forgot to bring a basket. I was stoking the fire for the maple syrup. Got all the eggs. I'll go back inside, back to a meeting. I'll let Christine handle the rest of the stuff.
We got you guys a little early combined birthday present.
No way! I noticed we got all the helmets today, and I'm like, I wonder. There's no way they got us a side-by-side.
This is a kid's side-by-side. It's smaller, but it still has a bucket in the back so you guys can do all your chores.
I'm gonna drive first. I'm gonna drive first.
Micah, and get the keys. after this load will be good. Thank you, Micah.
We were able to get another, I think 17 gallons between the woods and the one tree we have tapped here. Now everything is in here in these 2 pans. It's gonna be a while yet, so we're just gonna keep an eye on this, and that's basically the rest of our afternoon. The kids loved their gift. I'm so excited. They have a go-kart, but it's not super useful on the farm, so we're kind of debating, like, should we get them 4-wheelers? But that makes me a little bit nervous. They're still pretty little. But the Ranger seemed like a really good plan. We were able to get a used one at a really good price, and so hopefully they will be very helpful little farm kids with their new Ranger. Micah's already wanting to haul feed buckets and wood, and he's very excited about this, so I am very happy for them, and I hope they really enjoy the upcoming summer season with that. Investments like that are a little bit easier when you have 4 kids, because you know it'll get handed down and like used forever, probably until it dies. But sometimes the kids end up with nicer stuff than we have. I don't know. They're gonna have a blast though. That's pretty much it for our vlog today. This part's gonna get real boring, so I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for hanging out with us today, tag teaming this. Normally our days aren't quite so busy because we aren't always boiling down syrup, but we are doing all the other things, taking care of the animals, and there's always something going on. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already. We're so happy that you're here, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye guys.